Hello and welcome to KJ's Kitchen. I am KJ. I am now 15 years a master level fitness trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and most important to me, I am a happy mom serving up healthy meals from my kitchen to yours every Wednesday here on Facebook on the Get KJ Fit fan page at 12 o'clock Eastern. You can also go check out my Instagram at Get KJ Fit. So, we are still in the midst of the quarantine. A lot of chaos going on in our world. All I am looking to serve you is healthy, delicious options while we're all cooped up, still in our homes. We are getting out a little more in some areas, and so long as we're doing that safely, we may start to feel a little bit normalcy, right? So if you're having lunch with a friend, maybe it's just with the family, this lunch could either be for one, you could double the recipe and make lunch for two, or this, what I'm showing you, meal for one, easily could be shared because it's 2 units and could be shared as an awesome snack. So if you're not into snacking, then you're gonna use it as a meal. When you are snacking, it is so smart to really stay focused on protein and low carbohydrates for those little meals to keep you going until the next large meal. So we're gonna be doing lettuce wraps today. What I'm showing you is going to be a phenomenal, I don't even know what you would call it. You could call it tuna salad, but it is, in my world, it's still very much avocado, so it's a tuna guac. I don't know if you could, because it's more tuna than it is avocado. So if both of those ingredients turn you off immediately, maybe this is not the best recipe for you. If you love avocado, give me a little love in the comment fields and go ahead and hit share right now and get all your other friends who love avocado watching with you. We're gonna start with one small avocado. And here's the deal. I actually buy the mini bag. If you've seen them in the market, it's a bag. It's called mini avocados. I have checked them out, and I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. Number one, they're more affordable. Number two, the nut inside is so much smaller. The fleshy goodness is still just as deep and delicious. And because the nut is smaller, I think it yields just as much of the good stuff as a large avocado, and you're gonna save money. You can buy an entire bag for like $3.99, you get 6 avocados. I mean, that's like amazing versus the $1 per avocado that you spend on the larger ones. So I do suggest small avocado. They're called mini avocado. I'm just gonna discard that. Cut off the little brown ends. Me personally, it's not a problem if you choose to eat that. Those were not browned because of oxygen. Those were browned because they got a little overdone. So all I did was cut it in half, knock out the seed. Seed is gone. You can save those and use those for nourishment later. And I'm just going to squeeze, nothing fancy, squeeze the avocado, one entire small avocado. Now, so let's talk about this being a meal. Typically, I wouldn't suggest someone eating an entire avocado with their meal because they're usually adding it to something substantial already. An entire avocado is about 240 calories. So people who are like, ooh, healthy fat. Well, yeah, that is only if you're eating another 150 to 200 calorie max on the plate. Would you even choose to eat a whole avocado, which is the situation here. Because we are going to be adding it to our tuna, which is only 90 calories, right? So this is kind of the caloric input of the meal, is that entire avocado. Let's rock and roll. Get yourself a lime. So it's gonna feel like we're making a little quick makeshift guacamole. We are not using mayonnaise in this, therefore it's not quite the same as a tuna salad. But you're gonna get a lime and cut her in half. You see I was rolling it to get it all ready to be juiced. It gets it a lot juicier. And I'm going to squeeze in 1 tablespoon of fresh lime juice. That's about a half a lime, depending on how juicy that lime is. But being that we want you to have the same flavor profile that I'm making here, I'm telling you it's 1 tablespoon of lime. When I'm in my kitchen without being on camera, I just go for it. So save this lime, we're gonna use it for later. Next up is going to be salt. And we're gonna salt this puppy up, 1/4 teaspoon. I like pink Himalayan sea salt, and we're not gonna make it a rounded teaspoon. We're just gonna do just 1/4 teaspoon right there. Get your fork, and we're gonna smash it together. Now that lime is doing 2 things for us. Number 1, it is going to, in my opinion, beat the fishiness of the tuna. Because although I like tuna now, I used to hate it as a kid. I despised tuna as a child, and now I'm okay with it. It kills the fishiness when you add a citrus. So I chose lime because I think it pairs very well with the avocado, kind of in a guacamole feel, right? So I'm just smashing it all together. The other reason lime is so helpful in this is avocado quickly browns and gets oxidized when it's sitting out. So the lime will slow that process substantially. So you could make this, put it on a plate if you get chatty with your friend, if you're having a little lunch or something, or any family member, right? You won't see it browning in front of you. There you go, just smashed up with lime and salt. And next we're gonna go into what tuna I choose. I love sustainably caught skipjack tuna. This one particularly, if I'm looking at the packaging, came from Aldi's. It is more affordable at Aldi's and Trader Joe's than it is at Walmart. I will promise you that. This is like $1 something versus Walmart when you're trying to get into the good stuff like the skipjack. It can even be upwards of $2 and $3. I'm not joking. Now, why is skipjack my preference? Not only for affordability, because that is affordable. It's gonna be, when you look at the flesh of it, it's gonna look more like a chunk light, if you're familiar with those words when it comes to tuna, chunk light. But the skipjack itself is sustainably caught. So we're not eating dolphin in our can of tuna. We're not killing dolphin when we purchase this. We're not supporting the large fishing excursions that are hurting dolphin. This is from very small little guys, and they are pole line caught. So good old fashioned, put the pole in, catch the fish. I'm adding in one tablespoon. I pre-cut this because I don't like to cry on camera. I had to wear glasses because when I tried to put my contacts in, I had already cut my jalapeno and my onion that I could not get that off my hands. Every time I put my contact in, it burned. So I'm sporting this specs today. Very librarian in the kitchen. So 1 tablespoon of onion, 1 tablespoon chopped minced jalapeno. So I have a small size like this. So if you see in the size of my hand, it's a small jalapeno. I know some of them are huge. And it was about half of this jalapeno was equivalent to a tablespoon. If you're not one to sit and measure. The 1 tablespoon of shallot was half of a normal size shallot. Not the tiny ones, but like a good substantial medium size. If you don't have shallot or don't care for shallot, you would choose red onion, okay? Last but not least, we're gonna do celery. I think it adds the crunch, the fresh factor of any tuna or chicken salad, and more especially the crunch. So you're not just eating the softer fish all day, and avocado's not got a crunch, so we're gonna bring the crunch in with the jalapeno and the celery. So my celery stalk was rather small. You could just call it that, 1 small celery stalk, as finely chopped as you can. Think minced, just like your onion and your jalapeno. So if you want to measure it out, I'll tell you it is about 1.5 tablespoons. 1.5 tablespoons of finely chopped celery. And I think we're ready to rock it. Just gonna stir this together. Was that so easy? So you do not need mayonnaise because of the avocado is your healthy fat. If you're eating the entire thing as a meal, the avocado is also the base of your caloric load for this meal. You're talking around a 300 calorie light lunch. So you're welcome. Super low carb. And here's the deal, because there's so much lime in this, I don't find it to be fishy at all. So if you avoid tuna because of the fish factor, I'm gonna challenge you to try out this Tuna'cado, Tuna'cado salad on a lettuce wrap. So they're lettuce wraps. I'm cutting the carbs and making this a light lunch rather than something heavy. And that's just easy to rock right there. Was that easy or what? Popping that there. You'll see it up close. I'll show you. Right? Easy. So it's not super guac. It's more tuna than avocado in my opinion. So we'll call it Tuna'cado. Tuna'cado salad. If you enjoy, now this might be where you take it. This might be it. Crunch factor, yum. That might be where you leave it. I love cilantro. If you like cilantro, again, I paired this up because of the lime and the avocado. I think cilantro is a beautiful little helper for that. Do 1 tablespoon. I use my little scissors here and I just chop it right into my little tablespoon here. I'm doing exact measurements for your sake because when I did this all measured out, it tasted perfect. So I'm gonna leave that to you to also measure yours. If you're one like me who just simply loves cilantro, you might take 3 sprigs and just chop it right into there. I am gonna do some precise measuring for the sake of being delivering you this and giving you the exact flavor profile that I find to be perfect. Okay, so I do love cilantro. I suggest a tablespoon inside the salad. We'll give her 1 little toss with it. And then save a little bit for topping it. It's for a little presentation. Now, if it's just you and you don't care about presentation, you're just gonna stir it and go. If you have a friend or you wanna make it look all pretty for your lunch, whether that be friend or family, you may chop just a couple more leaves. It's not even much. It's just what's hanging out here after my, it was about 3, 1, 2, 3, 3.5 sprigs. I say half because the one looked like it got broken off. Okay. So here's 1 tablespoon of fresh cilantro. You could skip that step. I have heard some people say there's a certain number of population who thinks cilantro tastes like dish soap. Have you ever, I don't know, I love it. My guinea pigs love it. Does cilantro taste like dish soap to you? I would love to hear because that's crazy to me because I don't think there's anything soapy about it when I eat it. Okay, that's it. It's a toss. We're gonna plate it. We're gonna enjoy it for lunch. Was that super easy or what? So I'm using organic romaine. It's on sale right now at our Walmart. I got a good like $1 off per bag, and it is not like bad romaine. It's like beautiful. So 2 leaves, 2 boats. What do you want to call them? Boats or wraps? Nice long. Just to make it pretty, I'm going to cut off the end just so it's not rough and pulled. And set my romaine here as I take that half a lime. I told you to keep it for later. The romaine's kind of boring, right? Just a leaf of romaine, not got a lot of flavor, not got a lot of pizzazz. Well, we're gonna take this lime and we're gonna jazz it up. Go ahead and squeeze. Hello, squeezer. Squeeze the lime onto the lettuce. My squeezing abilities stink right now. Not sure. Here, maybe it's the lime, maybe it's me. Here we go. I'm just gonna squeeze it into each leaf. Get it all a little juicy. I squeeze the whole thing. So I guess that's another tablespoon of lime for serving. Here we go. So this could easily be a snack for 2 or a meal for 1. I'm gonna separate it into 2, get it into the amazing little boats. What do you call these? Little wraps, little lettuce boats. Get that going there. This guy too. I don't know, I think I'm gonna fork it because that guy's off balance. You might find your leaves are a little off balance like mine. That's okay too. Whew. Here we go. Not too hard, not too difficult, huh? If you're gonna make a tuna salad and you're just throwing in mayo, what's the extra step I gave you? Chopping an avocado in half. That's your mayo. Everything else you're likely doing already in your normal tuna salad. Maybe you're already cutting in onion and celery. So I'm not even adding much work to amplify the health benefit of this meal. And we'll call it Tuna'cado salad. Lettuce, what do you say? Lettuce, what do you call this? Lettuce wraps? I think that's a good name. Name it as you go. That's how I go. I'm chopping it with the cilantro just to make it pretty. Right, here you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, or in this case, lime squeezy. This is so fresh and delightful and easy to eat. Check me out. I did have lime juice in there, but nothing's dripping. These are not drippable. There's a good old one piece. Wow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Handheld salad right here. Carb free. Woo! Tuna'cado salad. Your way. Easy, refreshing. And here's the catch. Because this is loaded with dense nutrients, a lot of nutrition packed into a low calorie. This is definitely high-end 300 to 350 calories as a meal. But it's so nourishing. Dense nutrients means a lot of nutrition and a little bit of calories. You could eat both of these lettuce wraps and you will not be hungry. You'll be like, wow, that was a very satisfying lunch. What's next? A fizzy water to treat yourself. I love myself a fizzy water at lunchtime. So if this recipe served you, go ahead and share it to your wall. I'm sure someone else in your network would love to learn this recipe too. If you're not subscribed to the KJ Kitchen weekly recipe drop to your inbox, I'm going to post the link below and you make sure to get on that. You'll get this recipe and every one of my original recipes in your inbox once a week. And remember, I am not about elimination. Surely today I eliminated the carb from your lunch and gave you an amazing snacker lunch that was low carb, high protein, healthy fat. But my philosophy is balanced living. A little bit of a tune-up on the meals you already like to enjoy. Hence my Tuna'cado salad today. Omit the mayo, bring in some guac, homemade makeshift guac that is. So lots of love to you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And we'll see you again next week on KJ's Kitchen. You have a blessed Wellness Wednesday. Prayers to every single human being in this world right now as we are going through so much chaos. I'm not sure where this world is leading, but we got to stomp it out with love, every single one of us. So love to you, love to everyone, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you next week.